I gave Claude code control of every boring task in my life for 7 days straight. Every email, every file, every plan, every spreadsheet, every piece of research. Anything that normally eats my day, I handed to Claude. By Friday, I had saved over 20 hours. By the weekend, I found $127 a month in wasted subscriptions I didn't even know I was paying for. Here's exactly what happened day by day, including the things that didn't work. Monday morning, 47 unread emails. Normally, this takes me 20 minutes of reading, thinking, typing. Instead, I pointed Claude code at my inbox export. One command: read all 47 emails, sort them by priority, draft responses for every single one, and flag anything that needs my personal attention. 90 seconds later, I had a clean priority list. 3 emails flagged as needing me personally. The other 44 had draft responses ready to review and send. 20 minutes of email done in 90 seconds. Monday afternoon, my downloads folder, 2,100 files, screenshots, PDFs, random images, old invoices, project files, all dumped into one folder over 6 months. I told Claude, organize this folder by file type and date, create subfolders for documents, images, code, and archives. One command. 4 minutes later, every file sorted, renamed with dates, duplicates flagged. My desktop went from chaos to clean in less time than it takes to make coffee. Tuesday, I needed to compare 5 project management tools for a client recommendation. Normally, this is 3 hours of opening tabs, reading feature pages, checking pricing, cross referencing reviews. I gave Claude the 5 tool names and said, research each one, build a comparison matrix covering pricing, key features, integrations, pros, cons, and give me a recommendation based on a 10-person marketing team with a $200 monthly budget. 4 minutes. I got a formatted comparison table, a clear winner with reasoning, and 3 backup options. The research was actually more thorough than what I'd produce manually because Claude checked documentation I would have skipped. Wednesday, content day. I had one blog post idea, a guide to AI productivity tools. I told Claude, take this topic and generate a full week of social media content. 5 tweets with hooks, 3 LinkedIn posts with storytelling angles, 2 email newsletter drafts, one Twitter thread, and one short form video script, all in my brand voice. 12 minutes of repurposing done in under 3 minutes. Every piece was platform specific. Twitter had character limits and hooks, LinkedIn had the storytelling format, emails had the value first structure. I edited maybe 10%. The rest was ready to schedule. Thursday, money day. I exported 3 months of bank statements as CSVs. Told Claude, categorize every transaction, calculate monthly spending by category, identify recurring subscriptions, and flag anything unusual. 8 minutes later, I had a complete spending breakdown. But here's what shocked me: Claude found 4 subscriptions I'd completely forgotten about. A design tool I used once, a podcast hosting platform from a project I abandoned, 2 apps with free trials that quietly converted to paid. Total $127 a month, $1,500 a year, just leaking. Claude found it in 8 minutes. I'd been paying for months without noticing. Friday, 3 client calls scheduled. Before each call, I told Claude, pull up everything I have on this client from my notes folder. It generated a 1 page briefing, last meeting summary, open action items, recent communication, and suggested talking points. After each call, I fed Claude the transcript. It extracted every decision made, every action item with owner and deadline, drafted follow up emails for each participant, and updated the client notes file. Nothing fell through the cracks. For the first time in years, every single follow up was sent within an hour of the call ending. Weekend. I wanted to actually understand how blockchain works, not surface level, really understand it. I told Claude, build me a 2-day learning plan on blockchain fundamentals. Assume I'm technical but have zero crypto knowledge. Structure it in 4-hour blocks with reading, exercises, and summaries. Claude generated a complete curriculum. Day 1 covered the fundamentals: distributed ledgers, consensus mechanisms, mining versus staking. Day 2 covered applications, smart contracts, DeFi, real world use cases. Each block had curated reading links, key concept summaries, and quiz questions to test understanding. By Sunday evening, I understood more about blockchain than months of casual YouTube watching had taught me. The scoreboard: 7 days. Let's count it up. Monday, inbox, 20 minutes saved. Monday, files, 2 hours saved. Tuesday, research, 3 hours saved. Wednesday, content, 5 hours saved. Thursday, budget, 1 hour saved. Plus $1,500 a year in cancelled subscriptions. Friday meetings, 4 hours saved across 3 calls. Weekend learning, roughly 8 hours of efficient learning versus 20 hours of scattered YouTube. Total time saved, over 23 hours in 1 week. That's almost 3 full workdays. 147 individual tasks completed. And the quality wasn't worse. In most cases, it was better, because Claude was more thorough and consistent than I am when I'm rushing. What surprised me? 3 things I didn't expect. First, the file organization was shockingly good. Claude didn't just sort by type, it recognized project names in file names and grouped related files together. Second, the email drafts were 90% ready to send. I expected to rewrite most of them. I barely touched them. Third, the research was genuinely better than my manual process. Not because Claude is smarter, but because it's more thorough. It checks documentation pages and changelog entries I would have skipped to save time. What didn't work? I want to be honest about this. 3 emails needed real human judgment: a negotiation, a sensitive feedback response, and a personal message. Claude's drafts were fine, but felt too polished for the context. The budget categories needed manual tweaking. Claude grouped some things differently than I would. And the learning plan was too aggressive. 4-hour blocks without breaks is not realistic. I had to adjust the pacing myself. Claude is not a replacement for thinking. It's a replacement for the mechanical work around thinking. Here's the thing: you don't need to do all of this at once. Start with one task: the messiest folder on your computer, the inbox you've been avoiding, the research you've been putting off. That's your day 1. Just point Claude Code at one problem and see what happens. Drop the word life in the comments, and I'll send you the exact commands I used for every single day as a free cheat sheet. And if you want to see how to build this into a full AI second brain, watch this video next. Follow for more everyday Claude Code workflows that actually save you time.